Hello, so I thought I'd create a little video just to show you my resource and to be able to model how I would expect it to be used and just to give you a proper look at it as well. So this is a board game. It has printed properly, but unfortunately the lighting in my house isn't great. So as you can see, zooming up on it, everything's all printed nicely and it looks beautiful, but from up here it does not. So it can be played with 4 players, but for now, because I'm all on my lonesome, we're just going to play with 2, myself and my other self. I'm a Gemini, so that's totally fine. Now each player has a strategy card pile, which consists of 9 different strategies that they can use to help them combat all of the scenarios that they will face in between the start and making their way through the board game until they get to the finish line. So, as you can see, the theme is to say no to cyberbullying and to be a friend, not a bully. I'm just reminding them that bullying's not on, it stops here. Alrighty. So there are some rules of play that I have uploaded onto the previous slide as well. But pretty much you roll the dice, and opposite to normal games, the player with the lowest roll wins. So 2, that's 1. That's my left hand, and then we'll go right hand. Oh, right hand got 1, so right hand is green. So we're starting on the start, and then we've got 1. Alrighty, let's see what I've landed on. So someone sent you an anonymous private message calling me names. What should I do? Oh dear, that doesn't sound great. Now, what you do is you can have a look through your strategy pile. I would suggest that players have a look through this before starting the game. And you'll notice that there are several strategies that can actually be used for the same situations, and that there are more than one option. So in any situation in life, there's never going to be just one strategy. There will be a couple, and it is the aim of the game is to pick the best strategy that will be most effective and help us to combat the problems that we're in. So we've got a text message, someone sent it anonymously, it's a private message, sorry, and they've called me names. So, I mean, I could block the user and I could report it to whatever platform I'm on. So that's a possibility. I could also remain calm. Definitely don't message back and tell a teacher or an adult. And there's also screenshot messages and show an adult. So now I'm thinking that probably don't need to book it with a counsellor yet. It's just a message, you know, it's anonymous. Sometimes people have nothing better to do and they think that this is fun. If it happens at school, I could get a support friend. They could come to the teacher with me. This says message the person being bullied. So I don't think it's going to be that strategy. I think that's good for another time. Seek help. And your parent. Okay, so depending on what the message is, if it is really explicit and very inappropriate, that could be something that you might think of doing. But I think for now, I'm going to remain calm. I'm not going to message back. And I'm going to let my mum know because, you know, I'm 13. I probably shouldn't be dealing with these things just on my own. And I should at least let my mum know what's happening, or my dad. And so this conversation you'd be having with the people that you're playing with, and you'd have a chat with them. You might talk about a time where this happened to you and what strategy you actually used. Or you might think, hey, like this has happened to me before. I didn't really do the right thing. Maybe I messaged them back and I said, oh, go away, you loser. I don't care what you're saying. Which, it's not the worst thing to do, but you probably don't want to reply to the perpetrator that is bullying. It's best to just ignore, especially on social media and things like that, because there's no actual guarantee that you have gotten the message. Someone can send something to you, but they don't know that you've got it unless you reply. So I'm going to use a strategy. I'm going to remain calm. I'm going to tell my mum. And then if the other player thinks, oh, actually, I don't think that's the right one, or, hey, that's probably good, but would you do this as well? Then that's when you can have that conversation. All right, so now, player 2. And you got a 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, so you notice that your friend wrote a mean comment on another classmate's photo. The comment got lots of likes. So choose the best strategy to tackle this problem. Now, unfortunately, this is something that does happen in schools. We kind of get encouraged to maybe sometimes say not nice things in order for other people to think that we're cool, you know, we're in the cool crowd, and yeah. So having a look at your strategies, you might have a chat with the other players and go, well, maybe I could go talk to the counsellor. Maybe I might want to take that friend and just have a chat with the counsellor and see what they think is the best thing to do. You might want to show the message to an adult. You might refuse to join in. And you might even message the person and say, hey, are you okay? I think at the moment, this one is probably what I would do. Not only are you refusing to join in, but you're seeking out that person that's getting bullied, and you're offering some help, so you're not being a bystander. Alrighty, so as you can see, you just keep playing the game. I won't keep going because it's already 6 minutes. My goodness, I'm sorry. Listen to me blab on for that long. I should apologise. I am pregnant and I'm finding it very hard to stand up this high. So if it's been wobbling, I hope it's been okay to watch. But yeah, they make their way around, and the aim of the game really is the first person to the end is the winner. But really, the actual aim of the game is to land on as many of these, to talk about the strategies, to talk about the scenarios. Have you ever been in that scenario before? What did you do? How did it make you feel? There's a little spot down here where students can discuss with another player some strategies that they'll use in the future to help stop cyberbullies. And then there's a little reminder at the end, which just says, don't be mean behind the screen. Before you post, is it true? Is it hurtful? Is it illegal? Is it necessary? Is it kind? Alright, so that's just a little quick demo, just showing how exactly to use the resource. It's pretty self-explanatory. I think it's pretty fun. It's colourful. Definitely girls would like it. And the template is can be easily modified. So you can change what's in these. You can pick scenarios that are maybe more relevant to boys or more relevant to your students in your class. You can even, change the pictures if you want. You don't want a little pink love heart there because boys might not want that. Whatever. It's adjustable and it's a good base just to get started.